Hey guys, what's up? In the daily financial market news, most markets are more mute and also are rather bearish. This comes on the back of mixed tones coming out of the Asia equity session and European session with regards to the December 15th tariffs. This comes on the back of quite a mixed week and quite a mixed month to start with. December 15th will be quite interesting to see whether Trump does or delays or enacts the December 15th tariffs on China. In terms of the major indices today, the Dow Jones Industrial Average was relatively flat on the day, and so too was the S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100. Also in the European session, we saw the Germany 30 and FTSE 100 both lower as tensions started to mount. In the Asia equity session, things are also quite mixed. The ASX 200 was positive, but the Hang Seng and Nikkei 225 were both negative on the day. Nothing of significance to note. Also, in terms of equities, Apple was much stronger on the day, up 0.91%. Also, we saw Facebook up a little stronger on the day, and so too was Nvidia, as the tech sectors made a little rally as the session continued in North America. Moving on to commodities, copper's seen quite a great month, starting really positive and continuing to do so, climbing more than 15% since the start of the month. In terms of natural gas, although quite mixed, it has made a little improvement after falling more than 10% over the last 2 weeks. Looking at WTI and Brent crude, we did see quite a mixture of results. This came on the back of the US oil inventories report and also the OPEC meeting last week, suggestions ruling towards that the demand just simply isn't there for the product at this time. Looking at gold, it was a little positive on the day, but still relatively in a range-bound area towards the $1,500 and $1,400 level. This will be quite key to watch, as the December 15 tariffs should surely provide the next short-term direction for gold. Looking at the bond yields, things were quite mixed today. The US 10-yen 2-year were relatively flat, however the German 10-yen 2-year were both negative. Also the UK 10-yen 2-year yields were also negative. This comes on the back of rising uncertainty in the UK with regards to the general election and whether the Tory will have the majority that was so decisively a general consensus in the market a few weeks earlier. Moving on to the FX market, things were quite mixed, as you would expect ahead of the Fed meeting this evening. In terms of the session, we saw the euro dollar relatively flat. The pound dollar was a little stronger with the general election hopes. However, we also saw the US dollar Canadian fall more than 45 points on the back of a stronger US CPI, which is why quite confusing, as this tends to be a kind of indicator for US dollar strength. Also in the session, not to forget, is the US dollar Japanese yen, which is relatively flat on the day too, kind of gauging the market sentiment as a lack of direction without know-how on the 15th December tariffs. Finally, and not forgetting, is the US dollar Chinese yuan, little mixed on the day today, but still above the $7 barrier. That's all for today, guys. Thank you for listening.